our hips with
Real quick,
distance.
I need to leave at 10:30.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay.
Find yourself feet at hips with distance. Soften your knees. Really push down into your feet and establish your foot foundation. Inhale, reach your arms up. Gaze can go up here. Exhale, press your hands down. So we're working on stability and mobility. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press down. Notice what you feel and where you feel it. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press down. Nice one. Last one, hold your arms on the lift. Thumbs face back. Pull your ribs in and really set your neutral spine by hugging waistline in and up. Start marching here. Go left and right. Lift, lift. Now stabilize through your hips so that your hips are moving less. Lengthen your spine. Your option, pull your elbows down, down. Any single time that you add on something, you need to give yourself a few moments to just like confirm that that something is serving you. So if it takes away from your ability to stay foundationed and grounded and successful with what you're doing, then just remove it. You have 4, 3. Last one each side. Arms up, lift up and back, tiny little back bend. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Feel the backs of your legs stretch. Pull your belly in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Keep your feet grounded. Come back up to that halfway lift. Bend your knees. Find yourself in a chair squat, hands to prayer. Push your hands in towards one another to activate through your chest. Lengthen your spine by reaching heart and head up, tailbone back. Sink more into your seat. And now you press down a little, up a little. So always, always you are giving yourself this really huge benefit and jumping off point of being grounded, of paying attention to what's happening inside of your body. Widen your chest. Good, Linda. Lean a little more energy into the upper back. You got it. Really nice, Becky. You have 4. Go 2. Hold on your next down. Pull your belly away from your shirt or your pants. Reach your arms up. Thumbs face back. Now your heels lift and lower. When you lift your heels, try to stay steady through your hips. So it doesn't matter how high your heels go, just that you're lifting. This helps to strengthen. We're finding balance, creating some instability so that your stabilizing muscles have to fire a little more. You have 4. Go 2. This is your last one. Find your hold, either heels up or heels down. You find a hold here that lets you feel successful and also challenges you. 4, 2, stand all the way up, shake it off. Step into your wide straddle. Move your hips side to side. From here, turn your toes out, not as far as you would for a wide squat. You're going to soften your knees. Bouncy, right? You don't want to be so low that you're feeling stuck. And then we're working on hip mobility. So your left knee pivots in and you come back. We're going to stay just on the left side. Pivot in and back. So your right leg doesn't change. Right foot stays grounded. Notice your feelings, sensation, warmth, movement, right? 4. Keep your spine neutral. Last one on this side. Come back through center, just move a little. Shaking out through the hips, really nice. Your hips will be happy after this, Linda, for your trip tomorrow. Now, right side, come in and back. So you pivot across the ball of your foot. Heel lifts up when you move into that like modified lunge type position. Draw your waistline in. Really nice, you guys. So I think it's important to know that as we start to move and integrate or incorporate more balancy type positions, go 4. Sometimes it feels very unstable, and that's okay. We find, this is your last one, we find that center, just move your hips a little side to side, and now sink into your lower squat. If you want to turn your toes out more, you can. Bring your arms up to guard arms and start to punch across. So here, again, we're working on creating purposeful instability so that our stabilizing muscles get to work a little more. In addition, we're creating movement in and across our ribs and our lungs, really nice for being able to breathe. And then we're strengthening the oblique muscles or the side waist muscles. The punch itself is not as critical as the rotation through your spine. So see if you can feel the rotation more than the punch. Remember to press down into your feet. Notice your breath. You can adjust the depth of your squat as needed. We're going to come back to this punch, but for now you have 4, 2. Last one can be where you like. Pivot towards your left into your traditional lunge. Torso upright. We're starting in stillness. Breathe. Really nice alignment, you guys. Bend into both your knees just a little bit more. Really beautiful. Find strong foot foundation. Reach your arms in front of you with your palms facing down. Push down into your feet, squeeze up to 2 straight legs, and pull your elbows back in line with your shoulders. So palms stay down, lift your elbows up. There you go. Lower down and down, arms reach forward, up and up, arms pull back. This is slow and controlled. Lots of stabilizing action happening here. Notice your breath. Last one, hold on your lunge. Arms are forward, reach your thumbs up, and then just a hammer curl here. Elbows bend and straighten. Take a moment to observe how your body is reacting and adjusting to what you're asking it to do. Really beautiful alignment. So strong. Squeeze your biceps as you bend your elbows, triceps, backs of arms as you straighten. You have 4. 2. Last one, take your hands to your hips, straighten your legs, reach your back heel towards the ground. It might not touch all the way, that's fine. Hinge forward, pyramid stretch. Push down into your feet, squeeze your thighs really, really tight and straight, really nice, beautiful. Lift your torso, pivot towards center, and then towards your right side, bend your knees, traditional lunge. Take the time, take the space to adjust as this side needs. And none of that is done with like being mean to ourselves. Reach your arms forward, this time thumbs face up, so more of a traditional row. Straighten your legs, pull your elbows, tap your elbows back behind your ribs, and then you straighten all the way down. Remember, all the way is subjective. It's totally up to you. Move at a tempo that feels supportive with where you are right now. So you come all the way up, 2 straight legs, really nice. Beautiful. Draw your navel in and up, lots of awareness and love. Beautiful, really nice. Last 4. 2. Last one, you're gonna hold on your lunge, this time palms face up. Bicep curls here. Notice how by moving your arms, creates some instability, maybe in the position in which you're already in. Balance out your body weight between both your front and your back foot. And breathe. Really nice. You have 4, 2. Final 1, your hands come to your hips, straighten your legs, reach your back heel towards your mat, hinge forward, pyramid stretch. You don't even have to bend or hinge forward very far to feel the stretch. If you feel wobbly or imbalanced, you could widen your stance so your back foot could kick out to the side a little more. Lift your torso, pivot back towards center. All your toes point forward, wide straddle, forward fold. Start to gently sway your torso from left to right. Notice how by moving your upper body, the lower body responds, or maybe you feel engagement or stretch in different parts of your body. Come down onto your mat on your knees, tops of feet down. So have a seat back onto the tops of your feet. This is a big stretch through your feet and your ankles. Reach your arms out, thumbs face up. Turn your gaze from side to side. Reach your arms up to center, interlace your elbows, and then press your head into your wrists. Reach your elbows up. Option here to do a little bit of an extension stretch. And release. So from here, we'll move into some mobility and foot stretch and strengthening. So here, tops of feet down. Use your waistline and the pelvic floor to lift up. Curl your toes under. Have a seat onto your heels. And then we just do the opposite. So you lift your torso up and have a seat down, tops of feet down, right? Yep. So you lift, toes under, sit back. Lift, tops of feet down, sit back. Work on keeping your spine in neutral the entire time. This is all about control, all about lifting up, noticing where your body is like, oh, that's very tender. There you go. Soften. So when we find tender spots or tight spots, we tend to tighten up even more in other areas, maybe shoulders or neck or jaw. Nice. Good, last one. Bring your hands down, find yourself in a tabletop position. You can have tops of feet down or toes curled under, whatever feels good. Start to move your hips and your shoulders side to side. And then you can incorporate some cat-cows. Do one more inhale, one more exhale. Come back to your tabletop position, curl your toes under, and then keep your neutral spine. You're gonna lift your knees up and then tap them down. Lift and tap. How high you lift is totally up to you. What does matter is that you're maintaining neutral spine the entire time. Nice adjustments, you guys. Really nice. Keep your spine lengthened. Your core stabilizing muscles stay pulling in towards the midline of your body. Last one down, hold on your up. Final hold right here, floating tabletop. Widen your chest Expand through the upper back and lengthen your neck. You have 4. Place your knees down, reach back, child's pose. Oftentimes in child's pose, we just want to collapse. Instead here, think length and stretch and awareness and looking inward, paying more attention. Lift your hips, thread your left arm underneath, come down onto your left shoulder, little rotation through the upper back. Release and switch sides. And lift up. Have a seat. Bring your knees, left foot forward, right leg back into like a seated pretzel position. As much as possible in your body, bring your left ankle in line with your left knee. So you have that straight line. And then hinge your torso forward so that you're placing weight into your left shin. And notice how the glutes and hips are stretching. And then bring your torso upright, grab your right ankle and lift it up. So especially if our hips feel tight, using your hand to get the lift is beneficial, right? So you do an internal rotation of your hip and then you can lower it down, just working on mobility here. And then find a spot that feels like you could hold it without your hand. Squeeze tightly up through hamstrings, thighs, and glutes, and then bring your right hand to your left ankle. Hold here. Tighten through the side of the seat and into the base of your seat. You squeeze your heel in towards the back and then push back. So heel in, push back. This is the only variation you're doing here. If that gives you more muster, right? If your left hand is down onto the ground, be sure you're not putting all of your body weight into your left hand or wrist, so that again, you're putting more work, more emphasis into your core stabilizing muscles to hold this torso. If it feels more accessible to you, you can lean your torso more towards the side, so more towards the left. Really just experiment with ways in which you can create a deeper and tighter engagement through this backside leg. You have 4. Go 2. Last one. Come down onto your left forearm and then shoot both legs straight out in front of you. So your body makes an L-shaped position. It's kind of like your torso would be in a forearm plank. Squeeze your legs straight, flex through your feet, lift your left leg up, and then tap it back down. You lift and tap down. Tons and tons of focus and engagement into the side of your seat and into your hip. Keep your bottom rib lifted so you're not collapsing down. Imagine like a block underneath your rib to the ground, and then open up through your chest. So you should have a 90-degree bend at your hips. Really nice. Lean into your upper body. Good, beautiful, really nice. That was nice. 4, 2, 1. You sit yourself up. Cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh, seated figure 4. And breathe. Nice job. Take your foot to the outside of your straight leg, rotate your spine to the right. Come back through to center. And now we switch with your left leg back, right leg forward. Again, look at the alignment of your ankle to your knee. So you're looking for that straight line in the front shin. And then lean your entire body forward, push down into your front shin. Bring your torso upright, lengthen and breathe. Grab your left ankle and lift your foot up. And then we play around with just finding and noticing what your range of motion is for internal and external rotation through the hip. Find the spot that feels like you can hold it, which might feel like nothing. Squeeze up. Release your hand to your front ankle. Pull a heel in, push back. Because each side of your body is different, maybe you notice that the ankle dropped down a little bit more, or you're starting to feel a cramp, or maybe you feel way stronger on this side. All of those things are acceptable and totally okay because it's exactly where you are right now. Just check back in, make sure that your right hand is not doing all of the body weight supporting of your upper body. Draw your waistline in. Where can you incorporate just a little more ease into this moment? You have 4. Go 2. Last one, come down onto your forearm, stack your thighs on top of each other, and then reach your legs forward. So strong engagement through your core muscles. Flex through your feet, lift your left leg up, tap it down. Spread your toes wide. This will help to activate a little more muscular engagement. Squeeze your legs a little straighter and taller. And then puff up on the underside of your right side rib cage. Lean your head back. Notice how as we get tired and fatigued, we start to like curl into a ball. So open up, create more space. You have 4. Go 2. Last one. Come up into a seated position. Cross your left ankle on top of your right thigh, seated figure 4. Take your foot to the outside of your straight leg, rotate your spine towards the left. And release, come back through center. Find a butterfly stretch here. So soles of feet come together. You can grab your ankles or your shins, walk your sits bones back, and then fold forward as much as your body allows or wants you to fold today. If it's accessible, you can push the backs of your arms into your shins, kind of just find that oppositional pull of hips back and heart forward. Inhale, lift. You flip over into your downward facing dog. And we'll move into our flow here. So down dog plank to up dog variation. Keep your waistline engaged the entire time. Super important here for supporting your low back. Go ahead and move at a tempo that feels good to you. Feel engagement, stretch, and strength in both the front and the back line of your body. Chest stays wide the entire time. Let's do one more. will meet in downward facing dog. From your down dog facing position, walk your hands and feet towards each other. So feet are hips width distance, toes point forward. Set your spine to neutral and lift up halfway or as far as you can go, as high as you can go, finding neutral spine, and then reach your arms straight down in front of you. Thumbs face each other. So super important that you come back to your foot foundation. So push down into your feet, give your knees a little softness. We're moving into a deadlift here. Squeeze your arms super straight. So arms stay straight the entire time. Pull your belly in, lift all the way up. Hands or thumbs touch your thighs. And then you lower back down to your halfway point. You stay neutral the entire time. Up and up, squeeze your seat, down and down. Stay neutral the entire time. I think if you soften your knees a little bit, you have a little more ability or movement possible through your hips. Really nice, you guys. Squeeze your seat as you stand tall. Push down into your feet as you lower down. Last 4. Draw your navel in. Final 2. Hamstrings get a lot of work here. Last 1. All the way up. So I want you to keep your arms the way that they were. So straight, palms face back. Pull your waistline in. Bring your left knee up to tabletop position. And then lift your arms up and lower down. So palms face back as you lower your arms down. Thumbs face each other. That's a simpler way to say that. Whenever you need to bring your left foot down, please do. You can reestablish your foot foundation or balance. Really nice. You have 4. Go 2. Last 1. Arms down. Lower your left foot down. Bring your right knee up. And you lift. Really nice, you guys. Stand up taller. Find a longer, stronger spine. Support the strength and length of your spine by hugging waistline in and up. Really good. Last 4. Stand tall, reach up through your heart. 2. Last 1. Lower down, step back into your wide turned out squat, bend your knees, arms back to guard and go right back into your punching. Remember, the rotation is your first priority. Allow your upper body to rotate as much as possible. Really nice. So now, without judgment, notice the difference between your first set of punches and this one. It's probably different, not good or bad, just different. Four, 3, 2. Last one, hands either to prayer or to your hips. Bend your knees, deepest bend here. You press down a little, squeeze up a little. Bring your shoulders back on top of your hips. So the depth or the bend of your knee is always predetermined by your ability to keep your torso in an upright neutral spine. So no hinge forward with your torso. Push down into your feet. Lengthen your spine. Option, reach your arms out to the side. Thumbs face up. You have 4. Go 2. Last one, hold on your down. Draw your ribs in. From here, rib shimmies left, right. So your hips do not move. This can feel really tight and sticky, so adjust your range of motion based on where your body is today. Shift your shoulders back up over on top of your hips. Really nice, you guys. Now, maybe a little faster. Keep your feet grounded, hips still. Lengthen your spine. You have 4, 2. Last one, hold here, deepest bend, reach your arms up. Thumbs can face back here. Final hold. Appreciate this moment, your body, your breath, your experience. You have 4, 2. Straighten your legs, turn your toes forward, fold your upper body down. You can sway your torso from side to side. Come back down onto your mat, lay on your back. Bend your knees. Arms can be anywhere that feels good to you here. So maybe arms bent with your backs of arms pressing into the ground, or arms straight, hands pressing down into the ground. Push down into your feet and lift your hips up to your high bridge. Curl your toes and balls of feet up. We're going to do high bridge walks. So take your left foot, step it forward, right foot forward, left foot, right foot. So you just walk out a couple steps and then walk back in to your high bridge. The steps can be like shuffles. I found this really hard the first time I was doing it. Draw your waistline in, keep your chest open and your neck lengthened. Your hips stay lifted. You might find that you do a couple steps and you stop and reset. That is a-okay. Use your arms as much as you need or want to. Keep your hips high. Really nice, you guys. Awesome. Now switch your lead leg. So probably you're leading with the same leg. Switch your lead leg. That's it. Really good. Nice adjustments. Good. Now soften your jaw. Yes, push the back of your head down. Really good. Nice. Wow, you guys are amazing. So strong and aware of where you need to make those micro adjustments. Keep your hips as high as you can. 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold your high bridge, get your hips high, squeeze up into the backside of your body, hug your waistline in. You have 4, 3, 2, lower down, draw your knees into your chest and just rock it out. You can move your ankles, just let go, stretch and breathe. Come through center, take your feet back down to your mat. This time find your flat back position. So ribs hug in, waistline pulls in, everything tries to push back into the floor. Bring your fingertips to the side of your head. So feet stay grounded, knees stay still, hips stay grounded. And as we roll up, only from your ribs up does the roll. So you curl up for 2, lower down and down. Curl up, lower down. Keep this curl up and the lowering down intentional in both directions. Also notice that your neck doesn't lose its shape or change its position, so chin doesn't play any part here. Let your head stay heavy into your fingertips. Be sure you feel the energy and engagement happening on the lowering down as well. It's super tempting to just like let gravity bring your shoulders back down to the ground. You have 4. Good, 2. Last one, you're gonna hold your curl, bring your legs up and reach your toes up to the ceiling. So you can grab onto your legs, see if you can get a deeper curl, turn your head side to side, and then take your legs forward as far as you can go, feeling successful. Reach your arms out, palms face down, and tiny pulses. Beautiful, you guys, really nice. Lean your head back, but curl your heart up. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Get your arms longer and straighter. Pull your waistline in. You have 4, 3, 2. Draw your knees in. Roll it off. Head can come down to the ground. Bring both your legs bent, knees stay bent, both your legs come over to the left. Just allow this rotational stretch. Gaze can look over your right shoulder. Pull your belly in, bring your knees up through center and over to the right, and you look over the left shoulder. And then come back through center. Hug your knees in, curl your chest up. We're moving into bicycles. So extend left leg out, right leg in, and then you switch. So you can do many different variations here. You can hug your knee in with both your hands. You could take your hands, reach them behind your head and rotate towards the bent knee. You can do one and then switch. This is your last little burst of energy, strength, presence, hopefully not presence, activity. Squeeze your legs straight. You can play around with tempo here. If you're feeling a lot of tightness or tension in your neck, just means that your neck is trying to take over for some of the work that's being asked for of your stomach. So just take the time to reset, come back to that middle point. You have 4. Go 2. Last one. Lower down. Come into a reclined butterfly. So head and shoulders down, knees open out to the side. You can turn your gaze from side to side. If your neck was kind of talking back to you. Come into happy baby pose. So you grab your ankles, feet, or shins. Draw your knees down towards your side waist. If it feels good to you, you can rock a little side to side. And exhale, release. Rock and roll yourself up and over into a tabletop position. Step your left foot between your hands, slide your right knee back. Make sure you're on the top of your thigh on your back leg. Shift your body weight slightly forward and draw your right heel up towards your seat. Big quadricep stretch. Slowly lower your back foot down. Straighten through your front leg, flex through your foot, and reach your heart towards your toes. Bend your front knee again. Take both hands to the inside of your front foot and open your knee out to the side. And then bring your leg back, bring it back to tabletop position. Move your hips and shoulders. Back through neutral, step your right foot between your hands. Slide your left leg back. Shift your body weight towards your front foot. Draw your right heel up or left heel up towards your seat. Notice how even here, there's an element of instability. When we pay attention just even a little bit, we can oftentimes give ourselves more balance. Lower your back foot down, straighten through your front leg, flex your foot. Reach your heart forward and your hips back. Breathe. Tighten through the top of your thigh. This will help to protect your knee. Bend your front foot again or front knee. Take your hands to the inside and open your knee out. Come back through center, tabletop position. Move your hips, move your shoulders, and then come into a seated position, whatever feels good for you. Shake your hands out, side to side, front to back. Take your arms, reach them up, interlace your hands, and then do a little side to side stretch through your upper back. Release your hands, one hand to your chest, one hand to your belly. What is it that you notice first? What's the next thing you notice? In this space and in these moments, you fill yourself with kindness, with love and gratitude that we can be here and move collectively, that we share in our energy, that we are each other's energy as well as our own. Carry this with you throughout your day and into the next and the next. Take a full breath in. Exhale. Thank you, thank you, thank you. One more breath in. And exhale. Thank you guys so much. Happy to see you, happy to be with you. Thank you.
Hold on. I got